It's Olly from Bulletscript, Rhakshah, and Alive at Midnight. Follow Papa G's house.
I don't wanna go anywhere else. I wanna go to Papa G's house.
Yeah, that's where we're going.
Back like a bad habit. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Papa G's House. I decided to change things up a little bit this week, bro. None of this back in your lives, in your ears, and in your face. Well, now I've actually said it. What's up, dude? How's it going?
What's up, dude?
I didn't. We created the memo, but I didn't remember the memo. So
Yeah, I'm the only one that remembered to do anything Halloween, and I hate Halloween. So here's me being the Halloween hater, and I'm dressed like fucking Freddy Krueger. Well, a budget
we
Krueger.
could use the basketball as the pumpkin.
It's a pity it's not a Wilson ball.
We didn't. Yeah, we didn't carve the basketball.
Nah, you know what? I'll put a pumpkin over that now. There we go.
There we go. Just like that. But welcome back to another episode of Papa G's House. It's good to be back. We're trying to pump these episodes out every week. So just before we do anything, hit a subscribe to Papa G's House. Also, we don't know when we're going to drop these episodes. We do it. We've got full-time jobs and all that kind of shit. So if you want to get notifications as to when the episodes go live, just hit that notification bell as well, just so you can get notified. You know what I'm saying?
Just fucking do it.
But today, we've got a very special guest. The nicest human you can ever meet in your entire life. Just literally the friendliest guy in the world. Someone I call a dear friend. Olly Saggerson, what's up, my dude?
Hey, buddy.
Coming off
You guys.
his first gig in 2 years?
Yeah.
When was
Hey.
this?
Last night.
Saturday.
Oh, shit.
Or Saturday. So without talking about what our weeks are and all that kind of stuff, or weeks were like, dude, how was it? Like, I mean, it could have been the most exhilarating experience of your life, having been 2 years out of the game.
I would say if you didn't send out the memo, I didn't get the memo, so the Halloween thing was a miss for me too, bro.
No.
It's okay.
That's
It's okay.
all on me, dude. That's all on me.
It's okay.
Yeah, I tell you what, it was wild to get out there again. It felt weird.
It is weird, eh? Because I played
When
at
someone gets a
Cafe
little
Rue.
too close to you, like,
No, dude, I also played at Cafe Rue like last weekend as well, and it was very weird playing a show. It was so bizarre.
It's real cool though.
Yeah. But how did yours go?
A lot of fun. I was really well received. I've seen a couple of cool clips.
Nice.
but I mean, you guys had been practicing and rehearsing.
Yeah, we
quite a
never
lot,
really
right?
stopped that. Like
Okay.
we didn't really, because we need to do new things, and if it does come back, we don't want to still be doing the same set list we've been doing for like the last 4 or 5
Yeah.
years. You know.
But you
No, I
guys
get
also
that.
did that charity drive or that fundraising drive that was broadcast on YouTube, right?
Alive at Midnight did.
Live at midnight, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was at the Daisy Jones bar.
Yeah.
I've heard so many good things about that place, dude.
It's one of the most intense productions I've been involved with. Hey,
Is it?
Like, yeah,
Serious?
dude. Like that venue is like,
Sorry, carry on, as you were
like
saying.
the crew there is just unbelievable crew. The venue is just like you're in this auditorium with this stage that's, you know, you haven't seen stuff like that here since. I don't know. It's massive. It's beautifully done. The audio in there is amazing. But you go around the back and you go up into the balcony where all the sound engineers are, and then there's that team of sound engineers in front of a team of computer people streaming stuff to a dude that's around the corner that's like in a control room.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's like
It's-
our operation times 1,000.
Yeah.
It's-
So, but
it's
how
wild.
did I mean, do you even know where these guys hail from, or like, because they just popped up out of nowhere during the pandemic, as far as I knew, and then all of a sudden they're doing all these live shows, live streamed.
That show between Joburg and Cape Town was conceptualized, organized, and executed in 11 days.
Insane. Well, the cool thing is you don't need to go and like put out flyers and posters
No,
and
dude,
stuff,
like-
because you know it's gonna be online. It's crazy. And then obviously, do they have a little what do you call it? Like a live audience, or was it no live audience?
No, it was real weird. And like you check the stream, it's real weird. You know, you finish a song and then you're like, you know, you're playing hard punk rock and then you finish a song and you're in that energy and it's like poof, end.
Nothing.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
like the
So it's just the
cameraman.
crew.
It's like that little ripple of pity, but like,
It's like going back to your first ever gig.
yeah, it was like in as much as like when you try to do a magic show for your parents when you're 6 years old, you know.
It's almost like they took the whole feeling away of what it feels, or it's not they. I mean, I'm not a conspiracy
circumstance.
theorist. Yeah, the circumstance. I say they as in it. Took that whole experience away from what musicians crave, is the live reaction, live audience.
You're both like legends playing live gigs and stuff, and you played some massive shows. You've been playing massive shows for years. You know that like an artist audience interaction is very much a two-way street. Like they have a good time, you're like, hell yeah, they're having a good
only
time.
if they're having a
and
good
that
time, I
pumps
have a
you
good
up,
time.
hey? Yeah.
100%.
The funniest shit was seeing the comedians, the stand-up guys doing the bits, and that must have been the hardest thing ever because the comedian thrives on crowd feedback. And if no one's like laughing at their jokes, how do they know that they're funny?
Yeah, dude. Like I was chatting to the one guy, Parasitulu. Butchered that. I'm sorry, I'm foreign. but
I love the fact that you just like owned it though.
Yeah, man. Whatevs. But like he was an absolute legend, and he was like, yeah, it's weird doing stuff like this. And I was standing there watching these guys doing it. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe they're just in that headspace where it's, you know, when you rehearse it against a wall or something, or, you know, you're just practicing at home. Or maybe you just get into that mindset and you make that wall your zone out because you do need that
It can't
feedback.
be the same. Like if you got a stand-up comedian hitting one-liners or hitting punchlines and there's no one laughing, that is for me. I mean, I didn't see the stand-up vibes. What were their stand-up vibes?
Yeah, there was pretty much between each band.
But
there was one guy that I forget his name, but he was actually genuinely funny, and he was literally just like saying one-liner jokes from a piece of paper. And then, like if the cameraman and no one else is laughing, he's like, "Okay, cool, I'm not going to do that one." And then he goes, and he was actually really funny
But
because
that's
he was
seriously hard, dude.
He was playing to the crew. He was trying to
shaking
make
down
the
his
crew
routine.
laugh instead of trying to do like a stand-up thing. He was like just saying these jokes. He was genuinely funny.
He's
I
also
forget
just
his name.
playing to his direct audience.
Yeah.
I mean,
He
but
was
that
really
must be
good.
one of the most difficult things to do, especially in. I mean, music I can understand. You finish a song, you rehearse it, and all that kind of stuff. It finishes. For a stand-up, you feed off that energy. The amount of laughs you get off a joke will almost sometimes determine how well you put out your next
Or if you even tell it
segment or
again.
joke. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I commend any comedian that's done like Zoom,
Oh, it's
shit
the worst,
and all that
man.
kind of
It's
stuff.
the worst.
even Zoom. The people can like respond, but if you like live streaming and it's just like a production, you're not going to get any audience. It's yo, bro, that must be insane.
I also feel like it's kind of a weird experience for the listener as well when because you look at some of the footage from those streams from the bands, and it's as good audio wise because of the facilities and visually because it's an interesting space. That it looks like a performance music video that then stops, and then there's that, and then you just have like the one random barman at the back going like. And you're like, like it kind of removes you from the immersion. Like it's like.
But your gig on Saturday, where was that?
Where?
Yeah.
Ellington's.
I played Ellington's. How weird is that place?
It's pretty weird.
Yeah.
It's cool though. Like,
well,
it's,
I mean,
it's
just
a vibe,
just
man.
weird in terms of a musician. It's like you enter, and then to the right there's the stage, and it's like almost like a triangular stage, and then the bar goes.
Yeah, because the Deadbeats played at Ellington's like a few weeks ago, and a cover band, at a place like that plays like obscure 80s covers and stuff. It was very strange.
How obscure 80s covers?
Well,
Yeah, what is an obscure 80s cover?
I mean, are we doing ABC? Or
no, like the Lebanon from the Human League,
Rad.
like stuff like that, and the Hunt from like New Model Army, stuff like that.
yeah,
That's
these are
the stuff
things
we
that I've
play.
never heard of in my life.
So like you only know it if you are into that kind of music. So we're playing all this stuff, and it's just a bunch of like northern suburbs people drinking brandy and coke and playing pool, and it's like music going straight over their head.
All wearing
But
Cannibal
the
Corpse
owner of the
shirts.
place is like grooving. He's like, I've heard nobody play the Lebanon. You guys are awesome playing here again. We're like, no.
It's so good.
yeah, dude. I mean, the first time I played there, I had the best time of my life. But obviously, it's a smaller venue, so I don't know. I've just been that weirdo for the last 2 years, being like, okay, how many people are gonna be there? You know, and now I'm like, double vaxxed and relaxed, baby. I'm keen to play a gig.
Hundreds.
Don't have anyone to play a gig with, but announcements coming soon. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's great because I see on social media and Instagram and all these people attending gigs. Joburg's on fire right now. Like they are
Really?
putting. Did you call it sonage? Is it sonage
I believe so. Sonage.
or sonage?
Sonage.
Well,
Sonagi.
That
Sonardi, Alex Sonardi.
that stage is wicked. I mean, they're able to like film great shows and all that kind of
the
stuff.
whole
there.
back wall's a video wall, as far as I understand.
No.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
I had to create.
Green screen.
I had to create a PowerPoint slide for this event that my company is running in China, and it was a 8 by 2 meter long video screen. It was a wide thing that all the decks were presented on. That is it anything like that, like full high def screen?
I just saw
it
like a whole
seems
bunch
so.
of like newspaper
Wow.
clippings or something, or just a whole bunch of like. I didn't really pay much attention, but I saw Valvadinia played there recently. Yes, they put on a show. Eh? It's crazy.
Yeah, dude. Monsters.
Speaking of which, did you see the new Red Helen video?
Oh wow. I was gonna get to that in Whatchagot, but we might as well just talk about it now.
Well, what you got?
What you got? This is how we do things around here. Oh shit, dude! That Red Helen video blew my mind. Was so well done. Also, another thing is these guys. Brandon's just moved to the US, so he's in Florida, and the other guys are here in Joburg. But the way they create music, it's just like it seems as though the remote working style didn't affect them at all. You know, some bands you have to be in the band room to create the magic. I'm one of those people. Like, if I'm going to make some cool music, I want to be in the room and I want to be satisfied when I leave the room to be like, I've got something on the Zoom, you know, like that was fucking cool. Now we can go back, we can work on it, we can evolve the song and all that kind of stuff. Where these guys are going completely remote, Joburg, Florida, and produce a video of that quality with that message and just the way they're just A-class musicians, in my opinion.
I have no doubt. Anyway, like,
Hey,
Brandon's an
phenomenal.
absolute maniac.
I mean,
like,
Eric plays with
Yeah.
Jesse Clegg. He plays in that band. I think Jesse Clegg is the right one. Mm-hmm. Forgive me
Might
if
be.
I'm wrong, but
we'll overdub
he
it
does,
if it's not.
He does play, yeah. Timestamp that, or timestamp that. But at the do that again one more time. Cut. But that music video was phenomenal. The way they were chipping away at the stone, the way
It had
the
vibes
black-
of the Unforgiven from Metallica for me, like that kind of thing.
Yeah,
Very.
very-
The video is the old man with the chalk trying to cut through the wall.
Yes.
Same kind of vibe.
But also the black mucus coming out of Brandon's mouth, the
Yeah.
way they shot everything, it was top quality stuff.
Kevin sent me the link on the phone, and he said like this Red Helen is like off the charts. And I watched it and I said it's almost like they lined up 10 different songs at the same BPM, different stuff, and they just selected a track at random. It was just like so many ideas and concepts throughout the whole thing. It's
that's
amazing.
their style, dude.
I know,
the
it's mad.
And then it's
I gotta be honest, I haven't heard it
Dude,
yet.
it's like they do like this really crazy part, and they go to another crazy part that feels totally different from another thing, and but it's
pretty Red Helen,
all
though.
works in, yeah.
very
It's
Red Helen and
like
very cool. Very
times
cool.
10 more than what you've heard.
But it's not
really good.
like it's
does-
not
really
the
well
same. It's not like any other Red Helen song.
Yeah,
you'll-
it's not
you'll
just like a
hear.
riff salad. It like actually
Yeah,
Well,
no,
it's
it
still
all
in
works
the bit.
together.
Yeah,
It
but
still
it
works in the
congeals
bit.
into something that makes sense
Yeah.
and betters itself.
It's got like a tone attached to it, which makes it cohesive.
yeah,
but it's
yeah,
still
yeah.
like a riff salad.
But it's also
really
like
well
those
done.
different styles that they have. I mean, you got Greg, who's like thumb generation,
Yeah,
bro.
dude.
Like that thumb. He doesn't use a pick or anything like that. His style's like, and like he's got such great technique. You mix that in with Eric's guitar style of playing, and then obviously Matt's a machine on drums, you're gonna get some amazing.
Yeah, I mean,
quality.
basically, if you're got a master's in mathematics, you'll really love it.
It just gave me it just gave me a really positive feeling. Like, yes, the bands are doing it. Yes, I know Brandon's in America, and I love Brandon. We've had him on the show multiple times. Have we had the other guys? I'm pretty sure. Maybe, I don't know. I can't even remember. Yes, we have. But I'm so excited to know that they are doing that shit and that they're keeping it going, even though Brandon's in Florida and stuff. But speaking about shooting videos, dude, we saw a small snippet of the new Alive at Midnight song.
Yeah, not sure when that's going to come out yet. The song is still getting finalized, but what a wild weekend.
What a wild weekend, but also shout out Slim.
Yeah, Brandon knocked it out of the park, man. Like he
Damn.
he had the gear for 2 days. I think he prepped the whole thing in 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
And I mean, there were WhatsApp groups created, shot lists, call times for everyone. It was like, who
are you?
Right?
Who are you?
No, but I mean, I know he does this for a living, but I mean, like, I only would normally see him in a
but
band
it's like-
environment where it gets, you know, you just like hammering up punk rock.
But at the same,
It's
yeah,
like-
exactly. That is exactly the what do you call it? The oxymoron, whatever you. I don't
The
know,
antithesis.
The antithesis is that you got a punk rock dude who works in the industry, and he knows exactly what he's doing in that regard. For me, music is an outlet. It's not a full-time job or anything like that. So you take a guy who's got his full-time job, but then when he wants to make a music video with his band, he goes full shop.
It was crazy, man.
Hey?
Like I can't believe what he pulled it off in 2 days.
But do you agree with me in that
Yeah.
whole sense?
Oh,
It's like,
absolutely.
okay, now you'll see who the alpha male is in the room when you're talking my language. That's fucking awesome, dude.
And it's a very deep and eloquent language he speaks.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, if he's printing you call times and all that kind of shit, that's nuts.
Yeah, it was cool. I can't wait to release it onto the world. It's
Well, the world deserves to see it because it's, for me, and I don't like to blow things out of proportion. That, like, really, like, seriously impressed me.
it's cinematic, right?
super.
Especially for the time that it took from conceptualizing to filming, and even now, it's yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
a feat.
Can you believe a hardcore punk rock music video and no one touches their damn instruments?
Yeah, but you
That's
guys
what I
have
love to
always been
see.
so good with that. Sorry, carry on what you're
No,
saying.
I was saying that's what I love to see.
Yeah.
Don't touch your instrument. I don't care.
Yeah, just little cameos.
Exactly.
that's a lot of
yeah,
fun.
but that takes it away. It takes it away from being somewhat of a performance video. You know,
Well,
you can
yeah.
do elements of performance in it, but if you more so doing an acting role, I mean, you playing the Jenga and you know,
Yeah,
it-
like
it-
I had
yeah.
to make out with Slim. I mean, I
He-
prefer to call that acting.
He did say he did say off camera that Slim's low key.
Yeah,
good kisser.
he's a good kisser.
I mean, like,
Low key, baby.
no
You're gonna be
denial there,
flying
man.
that flag, baby.
It's also been ages, dude. Like, I don't-
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, you were the last to join Live at Midnight, right?
yeah. When Flum left to Switzerland.
Switzerland, yeah.
Slim pretty much came to see me in Boston. So I was like, "Yo, dude, like we need a bassist. Like, come and do the thing. You're a rad guitarist." I was like, "I don't have
Yeah.
a bass. I don't know your tunes." Like,
Well, you do now, the
we've
Black
gigged
Label
together, but, like-
beauty.
yeah, well, I mean, yeah, that's another funny story. But then I was like, "Yeah, okay, I'll manage to organize the bass through Jan at the Gear Junkie."
Yeah.
Because it's one I built back in
Shout
the day.
out Jan from the Gear
Yeah,
Junkie.
dude, what
He's
a
a
hero.
legend, yeah.
Absolute
Such
hero.
a legend. Such a legend.
Then I was, yeah, okay, got a bass. Send me your songs. I learned them really poorly, and then we just sort of kept hammering them out until we got it right, and it was
Glorious.
Now I'm a part of Migs and Grumble
Yeah,
and
but you know what?
Slim's world.
You also
It's
get
awesome.
you're involved in that mix. It's like I remember the one great thing I remember from doing Monday 6 to 9 at Kill City is I was like, I want to do Monday 6 to 9 because when we come out of the band room, Alive at Midnight's going to be there with their quartz. And they're going to be wanting to have a little bit of banter before they go into the room. And I would sit there with the Alive at Midnight guys. Not so much Grumble because he would arrive late, right?
Yeah. Actually, no. We went at the end. We all arrived together.
Okay, nice. And then I would hang out with Megs and you and the dudes, and I would have at least another 2 beers at Kill City before going home.
It was good hanging out, man.
That was rad. It was rad. And you were working at Gear Junkie at the time.
That
was early days.
No, that was real early days. I could have been.
No, dude, you were.
Oh no, yeah, because I used to
Because
go
you would
from
walk
work
down
right
the
there,
road,
like,
yeah.
literally around the corner.
Exactly.
So I was like, hey, gee, shots.
Did I ever do shots at Kill City? Yes, I did.
Every once or
didn't.
twice. You were generally pretty damn good.
Yeah. Well, at the shots or what?
No, I mean like, just in your decorum.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
Decorum.
There's nothing.
Wow.
Don't shy away from me talking to people. I mean, why do you think I started a fucking podcast, bro? Like, I love talking to people. So, like, and also just the vibe. But what I was trying to get at is that you just fit into that vibe. You're easygoing. You dig the band vibes. You like going and you like having a set. We're gonna go drink a couple of quarts and make some music. You know.
The path of least resistance, dude.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's
music is
fun. It's
yeah.
fun. And you, like, I'm proud of you, dude.
Why?
Because you're making music again. You're making music.
Well, in one form or another, yeah.
Yeah, but you weren't.
No.
And then you were.
And he was complaining about his ears now.
And then he wasn't again.
Dude, I tell you what, like, when I did tune Everybody I'm Done, is when I was playing like 4 or 5 bands at the same time.
Yeah.
It gets fucking taxing. And then you take a couple of years off, and even if you play in between every now and again, it really helps. So, like, you know, if you're having issues, you don't have to, like, stop dead. You just, like, pace yourself. And now I'm able to, like, have headphones on and play, like, rehearsals with the dead beats and not be able to, not have to take my headphones off and go, like, fuck, my ears are sore.
Yeah.
I can now control it. I've learned how to control everything around it. When I play, either I have my headphones on, which is playing the click, or I got my earplugs in. You know, it's one or the other.
Yeah.
So it's like
exclusively click or a bit of mix.
well, with the
Hey,
dead beats.
tell him the same story that you told me last week, is that you actually switched the click off.
Yeah, like with the dead beats, with a lot of the songs are very dependent on the tempo. So if you play it, if you say now you're playing "Don't You Forget About Me" from Simple Minds, too fast and too slow, it's a totally different song. You know?
Yeah.
So the click is important. But when I was playing the gig, I got lost in, like, I lost the click for a bit. I went a bit fast and I was trying to slow it down, and then I turned it off. And then, like, towards the end of the song, and I put it back on, and my tempo was still on it.
You pulled a Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, so I was still holding the tempo. I mean, even if I came in, like, you know, 5 beats late or whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
like, for the rest of the song, I was able to keep the tempo, and I had the click there to, like, confirm it. So practicing and playing gigs to a click, it's like you don't have to do it all the time, but it helps you build that kind of that thought in it when you're playing,
Exactly.
that you know if you're going too fast or too slow.
Yeah.
But a good trick for drummers.
It just keeps you. Sorry, I don't want to interrupt you, because everything you're saying is absolutely valid. It also teaches you. I mean, I'm not a drummer either. It just allows you to know the parameters between pocket and not pocket.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because if I hear, that was out of time, by the way. So, like, if I'm hearing that, sometimes if I want to just take the click away, I can play it far more naturally.
Yeah.
Almost, you know, everybody talks about the difference between quantize and humanize, where if you sometimes in certain places in a song take the click away, it may sound more natural.
Yeah, but also some stuff you need that pace, otherwise it feels totally
but
different.
There is the adverse side to it. But if you find a happy medium between the two, that's fucking awesome.
There's one song that we play that I have to have a click to. It's
I'm swearing a lot today.
Wouldn't It Be Good by Nick Kershaw. You know, wouldn't it be good to be in your...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that one, that's at 96 BPM. But the drummer plays just behind the click.
Yeah.
His snare is not on it. So when I have to have the click on for that song. So if I play behind, the song will eventually start getting slower and slower.
Wow.
So like my hi-hat is like on the click, but when I play the snare, I'm almost like flamming it to give it that
Oh,
feel.
okay, that's interesting.
So the
Wow.
click, I need the click for that song. Otherwise, I will start losing the pace because I'm actually supposed to be playing behind it the whole way through. And that's it's such a cool song.
It's like you've almost got to push it with the.
you got to wait for that snare hit to come.
Yeah.
If you're on it, then it just feels too poppy.
Yeah.
It feels too straight, and you have to play it just behind. Yeah, man. But another trick that I was going to say now is that if you're not sure how fast you should play the song, is sing the vocal melody of the chorus in your head.
Oh,
And
wow,
then
just
you
add
have the
another
tempo straight
layer.
in. Then you get the tempo straight in. Try it now. Like think of it.
You're asking me to think of 3 things at once.
Exactly.
No, just think.
Like I
just
can't
think of
sing
a-
and play at the same time. That's
Okay,
another
okay.
huge issue.
No, but you sing the melody in your head. So you go like, wouldn't it be good?
So I'm trying
And
to
then
think
there's
of a
your-
melody
there's your
I'm playing
tempo.
on the guitar, and
Yeah.
then also trying to think of a melody.
Yeah, but if say now you're
Oh no,
gonna
that's
start.
just like rhythm style.
Say now
guitar
you're gonna
playing.
start a song. It's like your job to start a song. You don't
Yeah.
want to be too fast or too
Yeah.
slow. You go like, okay, how fast is it? And you sing the vocal melody of the chorus in your head, and then you sing that because you're
What, if you're
naturally going to
singing
sing
it
it
too
at the
fast?
right pace. No, you won't sing it too fast.
Why not?
Because you just won't.
Okay.
No, I think you're right. I think you're psychologically linked because I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just being a
know
dick,
that
by
it's-
the way.
See, now if you play the guitar version, you go.
Yeah.
You'll play too
True,
fast. If
true.
you do the
But it
vocal,
doesn't start
you're on
like
it.
that. But if you start with that in mind,
Yeah,
you know,
and then you go. There's my
got
tempo
a
of
point.
locked in.
He's got a real point.
Jeez. But on
I
that
mean,
note,
technically, he's got 4.
yeah, we didn't catch the memo, bro. But you know what? Actually, hit us up in the comments if you want Artur Carlos Diego Pereira III to keep the fedora, because like you can even keep the glove, dude. Loving
Nah.
it. So just hit them with a cut. This is how we do things around here. Oh shit! All right, now that we got literally my medical history out of the way, off camera. Dude, yeah, what were we talking about? We were talking about Live at Midnight, Bulletscript playing shows. It's so sick to know that Cape Town's coming a little bit of alive.
Yeah, you said coming.
It means jizz.
Yeah.
This one ain't getting monetized.
And also the fact that we didn't get the brief. Thank you for coming through.
It's okay.
And doing it for all of us. But also Carlos. I mean, I don't know why I say Carlos. That's your second name.
That's my second.
Artur Carlos Diego Pereira III came through for all of us. But you're wearing a Nightmare on Elm Street 4
Dude.
t-shirt
Dude, this is
that
rad.
looks like it came out when the movie came out.
My brother got this T-shirt for me because we have a, I think it's like an A0 size poster of Nightmare on
You
Elm
said
Street
naught.
Part 4, which we got when we were still living in Pretoria because we would go to like a video store around the corner.
Yeah.
And we go like, you got any posters? And then they would just give us posters, and this was one of them. So I still got it. It's like folded, which is bad, but I want to get it block mounted. And I was like showing him, I want to get this block mounted. And then he saw this T-shirt and he bought it for me for an early birthday present.
Amazing. Amazing.
Nice.
It's like serendipitous.
So on the Halloween theme, just got to tell you, I told you this already. Nightmare on Elm Street 4 is my favorite of the entire franchise.
That's a very unique one to have a favorite of.
Why do you say?
Because Dream Warriors is often considered a favorite, which I think is the third one, or the first one is a favorite, which is my favorite, the first one.
I don't know why I like 4. Maybe I was just at an age when 4 came out, and I was like,
Yeah,
that's where I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Because another thing is like these scary movies. They say they're scary,
but they're not
but
really.
but they're not really. Like I watch a scary movie, I'm not really that scared. Carry on.
No,
Go,
my
go.
first experience with Nightmare on Elm Street was we were at a drive-in theater when I was like a lighty, and the trailer for the movie came on at the drive-in theater, and that was the only thing I remember from it, being shit scared from this fucking trailer of Nightmare on Elm Street. And I don't remember the movies we watched. I just remember being scared to shit of this trailer. And I must have been like 6 or something like that. It's like, what the fuck is
You
this?
didn't watch the movie. You acquired trauma.
Just from the trailer. From the trailer.
Well, I was traumatized by Tim Curry's version of It.
I still say Tim Curry's
Way
Pennywise is scarier than the new one. As a clown. The movie, the Tim Curry's It, the original miniseries, is not scary at all. It's kind of lame. But Tim Curry as Pennywise, I find more scary than the new one because it's like the new one is overly scary.
I like the new one. Like, I mean, that dude was scary as fuck.
No, he was. But the thing is, like, I mentioned this, that like Tim Curry, he was like scary, but he was still like, you know, like a clown. Like a kid would respond more to Tim Curry than the new one. And the new one was just like, you know, it's like super like, creepy. And like, a kid
so
wouldn't gravitate to something like that. They would probably be like, "Hey, Tim Curry, yeah," and that's more frightening.
Well, isn't the thing with the difference with Tim Curry's wasn't it the fact that his face would change, but then again the new It's face would change?
Yeah,
as
I know.
well.
Like there was one point with Tim Curry's where he smiled and he just saw like the sharp, dagger teeth. And then he also changed into the spider thing at the end and stuff. But yeah.
Oh,
You can tell a lot about someone about where they know Tim Curry from.
Yeah.
Well, Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Or Cluedo.
Flubber.
Flubber? Really? Was he in Flubber?
Was he? No. Was that may have just been a complete...
Hey, I've saved you once today.
That's also possible.
You must watch Clue.
Clue.
Tim Curry is like the butler. It's a movie based on the game Cluedo.
I've seen that.
I think that movie is great. It's hilarious.
I'm going to Google this.
Listen,
I'm not
Tim
going to be
Curry
that wrong.
is a legend regardless.
Yeah.
But in terms of scary movies, Tim Curry, Nightmare on Elm Street 4 specifically. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was the cockroach scene. Because that's that kind of shit that I dream up in my head when I'm sleeping.
Yeah,
Is that creepy in any way?
I mean, like shit. Like the horror movies that I like is more like psychological and less like the jump scare.
I love how he's just like
Totally.
scratching his...
No, absolutely. Like I don't have many cards to play in this hand because I'm not much of a horror dude.
Yeah, well, it's in the Halloween
my
spirit.
mind's all like sunshine and rainbows and stuff. So I'm like, but the horror movies genuinely interest me though. But like, I'm just not real good at them. But the psycho horror stuff I can do. It's when it gets gory is like.
So tell me, what would you say is your happy medium between the two?
I remember watching like From Dusk Till Dawn back in the day, and that just being a
what
vibe.
an epic
because
movie.
That's more like
because that was more.
That,
But that's still
more like
Halloween-y.
but that thing was like From Dusk Till Dawn. If they only did the trailer for the first bit, which was Quentin Tarantino's part,
Yeah.
and then no one knew that the vampires were coming at the end, it would have exploded bigger than it actually did.
Dude, but
Yeah.
that movie was sick.
That's my dad's
That
favorite
movie was
movie.
sick.
My dad loves that movie because he just waits for when they get to the titty twister.
They had a character called Sex Machine.
Yeah, dude, come on. My other horror movie is Total Recall, the chick with the 3 tits.
No, but like,
Does that qualify as horror?
No, I'm only joking, man.
no, but like
It does for me.
Talking about obscure shit, right?
the horror movies that I find like they're not like scary, but they stick with you. It's like Rosemary's Baby. That kind of thing sticks with you because
Yeah.
it's like this chick is giving birth to essentially Satan.
Yeah.
You know, and The Omen as well. It's like this little kid.
Wasn't End of Days something like that as well?
End of Days. That what the Arnold Schwarzenegger.
With Arnie.
was-
Didn't she go and have to be reborn or something? And they like...
It could be. I watched that movie and I
Come on,
totally
man.
forgot about it.
That's the End of Days plot when she was going to get sacrificed or something.
Well,
His
if
chick
it is,
and,
then they
"I'm
stole it
going
from
to
Rosemary's
save her."
Baby. They stole it from Rosemary's Baby because
Wow.
Rosemary's Baby was like what the early 70s.
The Exorcism of Emily Rose was quite a disturbing one. That was a disturbing one.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch that?
I didn't watch. I saw bits of it. I didn't see the whole thing. See,
Check it out.
I'm like a originalist. Like I watch the first movie and then I don't go on from there because it's like Nightmare on Elm Street It was supposed to be like a one and done thing.
He says wearing the 4th T-shirt.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, you're wearing number 4, bro.
That's because I got the. Anyways,
Yeah.
It's like Nightmare on Elm Street was supposed to be like a one and done thing, and the same thing with Halloween. It was like supposed to be like a single movie, and then they went like, "Oh, this did well, and then let's make more." And I'm like, I don't care for that shit.
Yeah.
So and The Exorcist,
It's like Fast and
it's the same
Furious.
thing. It's like The Exorcist as its own movie is. It's like a whole story. You don't need to continue it. So like when I see these other ones, I'm like, do I really need to see it?
Yeah. But The Exorcist has had like 2 or 3 reiterations, hasn't it?
I think there's 2 official sequels. There's like sort of like
Sequels
a remake.
or remakes?
No, there was Exorcist 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
The third one being absolutely shit, but it's a cult movie because it's so bad.
And now we're in the 20s. Now we're in danger of having a reboot.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's like Halloween got rebooted twice, and the new reboot is continuing off of the first movie, but the new movies are just like, what's the point? Like,
Reboot. What's the best reboot you've ever seen?
Honestly,
Baywatch.
now I think about it, like going back into like my what little horror knowledge I have. The original, the Headless Horseman, the Sleepy Hollow.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
That was real cool. And I thought the series was.
Well, where Christopher Walken was like the headless.
yeah,
horseman.
exactly. With the spiky teeth.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought the
he only
series
shot for like
because
a few days.
the series was a reboot. Come on.
the movie was alright.
But that
I play
have
a guy
Christopher
on a
Walken.
horse.
yeah. But that movie that was like a movie of an old story, so it's more like just a
Reimagining.
it's like a reimagining rather than a reboot.
Yeah,
I can't
that's
imagine. I can't imagine Christopher Walken
No.
in a horror movie.
You guys are doing it wrong.
You're doing it wrong.
What you gotta do? You gotta put punctuation in weird places.
It's like
You know, like
it's
that.
like Bill Burr. You know, it's like
Yeah.
You just
it's
gotta
like everything's
inflect.
asking a question. Speaking which, like of all that shit, Theo Vaughn's just come out with a special on Netflix called Regular People. I watched it the day
Regular
it came
People.
out. Fucking, it's great. Yeah, check it out.
There was one thing that I actually wanted to bring up that everyone's talking about Squid Game.
Yes,
I know a cool fact about Squid Game, but I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it either. I just know it's not diverse enough. It's only Korean people. No, I'm only joking.
No, but like the thing about Squid Game. I mean, okay, what's your little
So
random
I heard
fact?
that.
I also read that, but it also creased me as well. I was like,
I'm just
I
trying to
heard that.
block it out.
I saw that article. I just had to bring
it's
it
so
up.
fucking Hollywood, dude.
What is your little factoid about?
Do you know the reason behind the shapes? The
circle,
square,
the
triangle,
square,
and the
yeah.
circle. Do you know the reason behind it?
PlayStation.
That one.
PlayStation?
But because and people are like, oh, but those shapes are like Xbox and like all in common. But it's like, yeah, but like they all share, like cross console. They
Yeah.
all have an X button.
Yeah.
PlayStation's the only one that has the square, triangle, and circle.
Yes.
And they just didn't want to do it. Well, obviously you guys knew that, so it wasn't that cool of a fact.
No, but that, I mean, I'm just trying to compute it all.
Yeah.
So, was it truly based on PlayStation?
According to what I read on
the only
Reddit.
thing it was missing was the X.
Yeah.
Well,
because X is shared between PlayStation and Xbox.
I thought it was like,
And he
in
was
the
like,
Squid
no,
Game, if they
will
die,
not-
it's like, X, kill him.
No, it was like, no, will not have my lore shared between
But there
the
was
other
an X
consoles.
in it, though. There
Wow.
was an X in it.
Was there?
There was one point where they were voting to like end the game. It was like a circle or an X,
Ooh.
and then like you pick the circle to stay in the game or the X to leave. But the thing I was going to say about
Hey,
Squid
listen,
Game
no
is
spoilers, eh?
No.
'Cause,
The
yeah,
thing I was going to say
haven't
about
watched
Squid
it.
Game is that it's very popular. People are like watching it. And they're making memes about it because of like the helmets of the circles. It's like a interesting concept for it to be like popular or like a
Yeah,
meme now.
it looks ruthless.
But
yeah.
the thing is, the story is actually really, really, really in depth and really good. That all that fluff that everyone's making memes about doesn't even matter. The story of it is actually really good. I went in going like, this is the popular shit. It's probably gonna suck, but I actually got so much out of it that the helmets and the circles is just like, it's just a gimmick to get you to watch it. But for the story wise, it was really good.
I'm going to ask you a question.
What?
Where does squid come from?
Squid Game.
The sea.
No, not game. Squid.
The sea.
The sea.
You know.
Yeah, like you get squids in the sea. Yes. What I mean, what's that all about?
What are you asking?
So why do they call it the Squid Game?
I haven't seen
there's
it.
a game that the Koreans play called Squid Game. That there's like this shape that they draw in the ground, and it sort of resembles the shape of a squid. And it's like you play like one against the other. You're like one is a offensive player and the other is a defensive player, and you have to go. The defensive guy has to stop you to get into the head of the squid, and then if you get to there, you win the game.
Okay.
So it's called Squid Game because of that.
Valid question, Oliver.
Valid.
Yeah.
I consider myself educated right
Now
now.
I need to watch this damn program.
Yeah.
because there's only so many times I can watch Drive to Survive over again.
No, watch Squid Game because it's more than just the meme that everybody's talking about. It actually has a lot to say. It really does. It's actually a really, really great series.
Okay, so what are we going to do? We're going to actually do because it's already been decided. We had Kevin on the last episode. Everybody check out the last episode. It was awesome. Sports. outrageous.
Tom Brady is the best.
Yeah, the Bucks are fucking shit up. That was a great episode. I really enjoyed it. But are we going to have to review this? Because clearly you and Art, I
don't think he's watched the whole thing.
You and Kevin are not going to review it. We've got to talk about this shit.
Well, we can talk about it, but you must watch it first.
Yeah, I'm interested.
Squid.
It's
Squid Game.
I haven't seen a minute of it
It's taken
yet.
the world by storm, dude.
But it's
like
because
insane.
of the cosplay aspects of it.
cosplay. I don't get any
Apparently,
cosplay
this
from
dude's
that.
been trying to pitch it for like 10 years.
Yeah.
Really?
Like, yeah, apparently.
Dude,
Like,
it's actually a really in-depth story that actually has a lot to say about society and money and debt and what you would do to get out of debt and what
Okay,
people
so
would...
you're willing to put your life at risk
Yeah.
in order to come out on top.
Yeah, and it puts a lot of questions on your morals if you were in that position.
Well, I guess, and maybe this is a bit of a weird sort of commentary on the culture you see there, but like the suicide rates and everything, people would see that sort of game as like, well, could remove the debt by winning this game or die, but dying would be the same as doing the suicidal thing I was thinking about like a week ago.
Pretty much, yeah.
So gives me another chance, and even if I
That's-
peg, I peg.
that's-
Yeah.
that's-
Okay, so that's a play on that side. That's
Now,
in a roundabout way, yes.
Yeah.
now without spoiling, like, no, okay, I'm actually not going to answer. I mean, just for the listeners' sake, if they haven't watched it, I'm not going to like ask you how they die, but it would be interesting to
I'm
find
not
out.
going to tell you. You'll have to
Okay,
watch it.
I'll check it out. Yeah, it just seems like it's taken the world by storm, and like if you even remotely give any information regarding the episodes, people just like, what the fuck? They'll be like so upset.
Yeah,
with you.
I was really surprised at how good the actual story was and the characters in it. And there was even a bit in there about xenophobia
Really?
because there's one character in there that's from Pakistan, and they keep saying stuff about him, being a foreigner.
Okay.
and he's really
They had to
trying
choose someone from one of the stans. Eh?
He's trying to really make his life work with his family that he's got there. He's got no money, and he ends up in this thing. There's a person supposed to be seen as well off who's in there. There's a guy who's like addicted to gambling who's in there. There's an old dude. There's a wide spectrum
So
of
it's like a
different types
mixture
of
of
people.
people.
Yeah,
is
there's a
it
doctor.
dubbed or is it Korean
It's Korean.
with subtitles?
Yeah, there's subtitles. I would say watch it with the Korean audio, but with
Subtitles. Yeah,
Yes,
like
yes.
the correct way
Yeah,
to do
see,
anime.
that's
Yes.
like,
Yeah.
I
Yes.
think that's the main thing that has been stopping me from watching it, because like to hear another language and then watch subtitles, it's just,
I get it,
just
but
kills
like
me.
if you watch it with the original audio track and you actually get more of their character and their performance
well,
instead
you,
of like
you hear the
interpretation.
actual actor.
You hear the actual actor
Yeah.
and you actually hear the emotion while they're pushing it out.
No, I mean, I wouldn't. I really wouldn't. I don't think I would do it any other way, because
Yeah. No, it's
you have
really
to
good.
get the natural, like, performance. You can't be like, the guy speaking like, "Oh, I had a lovely day."
Yeah,
And
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. I mean, we've watched Dark, which was a German show on Netflix as well, and we watched that in German with English subtitles, and it actually makes it
brings
better.
out more of the
Yeah.
chemistry and the emotion.
Yeah, 'cause it's,
That's one of the trickier things about like convincing someone to watch like 20 minutes worth of anime.
yeah.
It's like, oh, no, I can't handle all this reading. Like, but then, okay, do it in English. But then it's like,
I've only watched one anime in my entire life, and I think it was called. I don't even know what the thing was called, but I know the main dude was Totoro.
yeah, My Neighbor Totoro.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I watched that movie. It was very interesting.
Yeah,
Like-
that whole thing is interesting. It's just a weird culture, man. It's
Yeah,
cool.
it's crazy. I mean, like people
different to what I know.
love that shit. I mean, I don't know. Like
Again,
all of a
cult.
sudden, I came out. I didn't come out anyway, but I came
There's nothing wrong.
the
with
one
that.
day, and everybody's like, "Oh, this anime shit," and I'm like, "I have no idea what this all is." Then you get like guys like Israel Adesanya, who's like a UFC champion, like writing death notes and stuff. You know, like he explains his like walkouts, writes a death note, knocks the guy out, and he's like, "Well, that was my," and like
That was the mantra.
his name's the Last Stylebender, and he took it from the Last Airbender.
Ha, nerd.
He's yeah, but he's the UFC middleweight champion, and everything he does is anime related.
Dangerous nerd.
Can't take
Dangerous
him seriously.
nerd, yes.
I can't tell him seriously.
Yeah.
Can't take him seriously.
Imagine, like, I mean, he's
I'm sure
only
he
ever
doesn't
lost
care.
one fight
doesn't
his
give a shit.
entire life in MMA, dude. It's crazy, and he's the champion. It's insane, and he's a complete anime nerd. It's insane.
That's because every fight he's trying to find him is Bankai.
I don't know what the Bankai is, but it sounds like a Joel.
You know, I got Amazon Prime because I saw somewhere that they had Robotech on it. So I got Amazon Prime, and it's not on Amazon Prime, and it might be, but not in our region. Because I really wanted to watch Robotech again.
This video is brought to you by NordVPN.
Manscaped.
I can't spend like $280.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Listen, use the promo code PapaG21, manscaped.com. You can get your lawnmower 4.0.
With skin safe technology.
Yeah, bro.
Raid
It's crazy
Shadow
how this
Legends.
world works, eh? But also, actually, before we go on a little break here, just got to check out Scallywag Chilli. It's been around
Ooh,
since the beginning. You guys tried it out.
Is that what we just ate now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Delicious.
Yeah, gave the guys a little bit of a pinky taste.
Delicious.
Scallywag chili, it comes in two flavors, smoky and original. Super delicious.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
The pinky taste became a thumb taste
Yeah,
very quickly.
exactly.
I don't
you just-
like-
It's Moorish.
Yeah,
It's
I
Moorish.
don't like tasting sauce on its own, but that was really
But it's got
good.
that it's got a super nice bite. It's got that vinegary sweetness that
Yeah,
attracts you
yeah.
more to it. So what we're gonna do on the next episode, I was trying to get him on the episode today. He's just a hard worker. He's just someone that works super hard. He's gonna come on. We're gonna do some buri before we start the show. Chuck them all on toothpicks, and we're gonna do a tasting of both flavors because they've gone to mass production now. They're going to be they're in stores and all that kind of stuff. So if we can, we'll chuck a photo of the Scallywag Chili bottle on screen, but it's also made with death metal. So
They got some pretty cool names.
Yeah, and they had some pretty cool
Yeah.
names. He still downplays the fact that it's not Atlantic South songs.
Yeah.
But Riptide and Tempest, I mean, Kwinky Dink, I think not. But great chili sauce, so rad, and so happy for him. And we're gonna do a tester on the next episode. It's
If
gonna
I'm
be
not
sick.
on that episode, I'm still coming to eat your buri and chilies.
yes. Yeah, that sounds cool. But I mean, the packaging and everything he's got sorted. I mean, it's like crazy. It's like being in a band is fun, right? And playing music with people, but coming up with the whole business and what do you call it? Like coming up with variations of ingredients.
Invented a flavor
and
sensation.
Just that whole commercial relationship between you and supplier. And
That's naughty.
it's nuts.
It's a lot of work, dude.
It is. So massive congrats to Scallywag. Coming off the ground to a store near you. But when we come back, we're going to talk about... what are we going to talk about? I can't remember. We were talking...
Music stuff,
There we
bro.
go. The music stuff. Let's go. This is how we do things around here. Oh, shit.
Dweezil was like doing a high school talent show, and they, because Dad was friends with him, he wanted to do a Van Halen tune, and then like they're doing the rehearsal at school, and then Eddie actually fucking comes in and wanders to like 12-year-old little fucking Dweezil's like rehearsal, and he checks him playing it, and then Dweezil gets a bit things, and then Eddie goes up behind him and he's like, okay, you see when you hitting that A like down there. Instead of that one, hit like this one, and then you'll get like those extra spicy notes in there. And then like Dweezil broke a string at the rehearsals. And, oh fuck! All the shops are closed. And then Eddie went, Frank, give me 10 fucking minutes. It's LA. He drove home, drove back, and then for the show gave the kid fucking Frankenstein.
Oh wow! To play the show.
Oh, like what? Like one of the like one of those legendary things.
Yo, I didn't want to interrupt that. That was fucking awesome.
No, dude, like Eddie, fuck, he's just was one of the most genuine. You read a lot of shit about him and like all the acrimony from
His
the
son's
LA
getting a
glam
lot of
scene and
shit.
But I mean,
Have you seen that?
It's
Yeah.
the people are giving him shit are talking out their ass.
Like, I think the last thing I remember him saying is, the last time I checked, my surname was Van Halen.
Yeah.
Like, why would the guy get so much like hassle for like churning out what he is proud of his? Like, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, he's proud of his dad's material. He wants to extend the legacy. What's wrong with that?
Alex is doing cool shit, and he's a very cool musician, and he's a real cool dude. Like, he seems to be. I mean, never met the guy. I mean, he might be a doers for all I know. Like,
Hardworking musician.
very hardworking.
Yeah, exactly.
And like humble. Like buys bleacher tickets for like Tool shows.
Really? Okay, I didn't know that.
Like he was like there was one of the weirdest experiences of my life. I'm at like a Tool show in like I don't know, like the LA Coliseum or some shit like that. And then someone turns around, like, in the crowd, to my dad, who is Eddie Van fucking Halen, and says, "Hey, would you mind like taking a picture of me and my buddy here at the show?" And Eddie's like, "Yeah, no worries."
Yeah, I remember.
It's crazy.
And then like, dude had no fucking idea who took that picture.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Well, you know what? I mean, similar situation just popped in my head was I was watching the Formula One the other day. We're not going into the sports update, but Eddie Van Halen, not Eddie Van Ben Stiller and Daniel Ricciardo, they had an exchange at the US Grand Prix where Ben Stiller asked for a picture of his son and Daniel Ricciardo, and Daniel wasn't like, "Let me get a picture with you." It was like, "Okay, cool, I'll take a picture with your son." And he went on his way. I was like, dude,
That's
Formula
rad.
One drivers are like super celebs in some ways, because you got Ben Stiller like asking you for a photograph. If I saw Ben Stiller, I'd be like, "Can I get a photograph?"
Dude,
You know?
F1 drivers were the original super celebs.
Yeah, James Hunt especially.
James
James
like
Hunt, yeah,
Nelson
was-
Piquet.
Yeah.
Dude, you know who's dating Nelson Piquet's daughter?
No idea.
Max Verstappen.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Kaylee Piquet.
Oh, keep it in the circles,
But
right?
but the
Make the
crazy
circle smaller.
the crazy thing is she's got a child with Daniel Kvyat.
Kvyat.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. Hey, how
Yeah,
crazy
well,
is
you
that?
know, yeah.
And
shit
and
happens.
she's a lot older than he is. She's like 30 and he's like 24.
Oh, good for him.
I don't really pay attention to relationships and people. They can all suck a dick. I'm just worried about racing.
If you're happy, you're happy. That's cool.
Yeah, exactly. So what we were discussing previously, remember in the last episode, we were like, cool, we're going to do Whatchagot and talk about our nostalgic music. And I gave you Limp Bizkit's Significant Other you gave me Black Milk, but I had to upload it. It's so different when now it's not something on Spotify.
No.
It's like, oh, I've got to download it, got to listen, and I didn't get around to doing it. You know the reasons why. I was a little preoccupied this week.
Yeah, it's
But,
okay. We'll catch up on it next week.
Yeah, but on saying that is Limp Bizkit released an album yesterday called Limp Bizkit Still Sucks.
Have you heard it?
We know, and apparently it's an absolute banger. So what we're gonna do after this is, well, I'm gonna listen to the album and just enjoy it. Smile ear to ear.
Yeah, it's Fred Durst doing his old dadcore thing.
Well, that's
I
one
don't know.
song.
Like,
That's one song.
I was randomly browsing like Facebook today, like post show, like, and it like Gig Saturday, like sort of filled my social bucket for a while, and I just wanted to like recluse. And I saw like Kevin Rule and Dane,
and Dane, they were back and forth.
and they were like, this is like
the follow-up to Chocolate
this is
Starfish
what
21 years later, basically.
This is what should have happened like then, like as the follow-up. It was a bit of both. I'm really excited to listen to it, to be honest, because I trust those two's judgment.
Yeah, well,
we'll give it a spin right after this, bro, for sure.
Also, just a big shout out to Dane, because you're a ledge.
Yeah.
Love you, Dane.
What's
Dane,
up, Isabel?
Vincent,
The
Canterbury.
sweetest Danish ever baked.
Oh, there we go.
What's up,
Great
Jennifer?
drummer. Great drummer. Drummers are outnumbered today, bro.
So, like, they call it Limp Bizkit Still Sucks.
Well, that's the album name. Still
Yeah,
Sucks.
because, like, in the beginning of Significant Others, like, you wanted the worst, you got the worst. Limp Bizkit.
Yeah.
But it's...
Limp Bizkit.
I reckon they stole that whole angle from Primus, because when Primus started, it was like the crowd would go like, you suck, and then it'd be like, yeah, we're Primus and we suck. That was like the whole thing.
I didn't know.
I think don't get me wrong, like I'm excited to listen to it and I hope I love it. But it does feel like the name and the title sort of plays to that deep-seated sort of
The hate towards
narcissism that we all kind of have in 2021.
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
It's like, yeah, I do my things. I'm kind of great at it, but I'm also a bit of a dick.
Well, I mean, it's... Yeah, I mean, did you see... What was his name? Frank Bacon. And it was Wes Borland. Who was... There was a video that they put out, and you can check it on... So go to Fred Durst's. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Wow, you've come way further than us last year. Look at this.
Well, we're trying to get there. Instagram. Yeah, you're in the right spot.
I'm gonna make a story
Oh,
right
and there's
now.
the dogs
3,
going again,
2,
bro.
1.
Give me a smile, guys, just so I know this story came out during this shoot. There we go.
There we go. No, there it is.
Okay.
What should I hashtag this
Album
story?
reviews with Jake Bacon.
There we
I think
go.
I've been maybe like might call it something killer, like Jake bakes your records or something. I don't know, but I got the.
That's
let's
Wes
get
Borland.
into it. So crack a cold one with me if you're drinking, and let's get into it. So this really cool band called Limp Bizkit hasn't dropped a record in like I don't know, man, like 10 years or something like that, like 2011. Anyways. They're putting out this killer record. It's killer, man. They're putting it out, dude. They're putting it out on Halloween. How wicked is that? It's like
That
Resident
mustache,
Evil, man.
dude.
I listened to the whole thing, bro. You don't even know. So, without any further ado, let me get into this. So the record starts like with a crazy riff.
Hey, and
Like
if you listen to that riff, it's like that's Limp Bizkit shit. Right
Yeah.
there.
All the sand in the world. And what you want to do when you
Dive
listen
bombs
to it,
and shit.
you want to put your head in like a speaker tornado. The bass is gonna give you the brown note where you go, oh shit, I'm gonna poop my pants. Like I'm gonna have an accident right now. I don't care where you are. You're in the parking lot of Walmart cranking this in your Camaro. It's gonna blow your poop out of your butt. It is so badass. I can't even get my head around it. It's not like
Yeah,
a
exactly.
boy band track. Or where did that come from?
Can you hear the old school?
And you know what? The whole band kills it. Badass DJ, badass guitar player, badass singer MC, Freddie D. badass everything. Badass John Otto, badass Sam Rivers, DJ Lethal. Come on, it's fucking killer, dude. Killer, dude. Killer, like killer, but you're not dead.
Dude.
You're not dead. You're still alive, but you're not. You're like alive and dead at the same time.
It looks like Theo Vaughn on a good day. So I'm very, very, very excited
It's
for
getting to
that.
be the autumn here in New Jersey. The fall is coming. Trees are changing.
This is one hell of
I
a
don't
long
like all
little.
that.
Yeah, okay, well, there we go. I mean, you get the idea. I'll just,
It's freaking weird to see him in a mullet and like 80 shades,
yeah, I
man.
mean,
Because
look, I mean,
like,
that's the thing.
I work
mean,
I work
love
into
it.
walk I walk into work every morning, and I've got like a real big promotional Jackson banner that's maybe like the size of your entire floor plus the wall.
Oh, wow.
Like across the admin area in Jerome's office. That's like the black and white, porcelain bodied Wes Borland
Yeah.
from the Jackson catalog, like just leering over me like this 40-foot like dude. Like,
Yeah, dude. I mean, these guys were the catalyst for me, straight up.
I love
Straight
Wes.
up.
Hey.
But on the note, you listened to Significant Other last week.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
I listened to it ages ago, and I listened to it again, and for some reason, the version that was streaming was
the censored one.
Yeah, it was censored.
No, there's two of them. So like they'll put up the censored version, and then they'll put up the original.
Yeah,
So you obviously
yeah, but
just
I listened to it again. I mean, it was like they always had rad riffs. The stuff on the tracks that I felt I could easily skip was all the ones where they had like other people featuring. Those ones I think were like the lull of
the most
recording.
notorious being In Together Now with Method Man.
Yeah, those
they're-
ones I could those ones I can skip
Because they were MTV grabs. They were
yeah I mean,
market distribution.
I
tools.
still liked a lot of those songs though. Like I just mentioned In Together Now, but I still love that song.
yeah no but
Shut the fuck up.
those ones and they also did like those little cool breakbeat stuff in the middle, which was just like kind of just background kind of shit. That was cool, but the featuring tracks where they had Jonathan Davis and whoever else in there, take it or leave it, don't really care. But like so that cuts out what 3 or 4 songs out of the entire
That's a good
record.
chunk, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good chunk. But the stuff that they did, which is like
Just like
They-
this Nookie
Yeah,
break stuff.
that still has like the
1999.
energy in it. Yeah. Although it's very, I find it very funny when you hear songs that they go like where they saying about the year that it was made. It's like 1999. It's like it's 2020, almost 2022, bro.
It's 2020.
Music's aging poorly.
Yeah. Talk about dating. This is dated straight down. Yeah,
Exactly.
but I mean, like I've never been a full on Biscuit hater. And because like I see like they got some really cool shit in there, but it's not like it's not like all killer no filler.
Brisket hater.
Brisket.
A brisket hater.
There's not many other ways you could read
Listen,
that.
there's only one way to eat a brisket, and it's got to be limp.
Yeah.
It's got to be a soft, salacious.
Well, you know what a limp biscuit
brisket
is. Do you know what limp biscuit is?
Yes, I do. It's the Mari biscuit.
Yeah.
That everybody.
Yeah. Spooges on.
What
Yeah.
do you, well, I mean, I guess in the US it's
Soggy
just
Mari?
Limp Bizkit. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, we know it as...
Mari.
isn't it
And
fucked-
they know it as limp biscuit.
Isn't it fucked up that our version is branded?
Mari.
Mari biscuit, yeah.
Like, isn't that a little bit strange?
Yeah.
I don't think the listeners need to hear about soggy Mari.
Well, you invited me, dude.
Okay, also, to be fair, never played it in my life, only heard
funny.
stories, so yeah. Insane. Couple of rugby tours, it was close, but
Yeah, but I'll give that a listen when I'm on my way to go voting just now.
Oh, you haven't even gone voting. I'm sorted.
Last
You
time I got there at 8:45, 9:45, and I was out there 10 to 9.
Wait, it's also not because he's a criminal. It's because he's not a
That we
citizen.
know.
Well, not that I know either. I mean, what the fuck?
So carry on what you saying.
No, like last time I got there 8:45, I was out there 10:09. 5 minutes in and out. Voting
Is it
time. I just want to drop in here and say that everyone else had the exact same idea as me. Got there 8:20, and I got home at like 11:45 or some shit. So, yeah.
I'm just not that type of person. I just want to get things done. I know my responsibility. I chose a gap in the weather, and it was perfect because as soon as I got there, it was like short queue. Took me less than an hour in and out. But I mean, 8 o'clock will be like, "Are we keeping you? Are we keeping you?"
No, it's just
You're
really
right.
boring to hear about voting and
Yeah,
politics
okay, no,
and
that's
shit.
that's true. That's true. Okay,
Are we
Carlos.
keeping you?
Okay.
I just thought Freddie was going to go and assassinate some dream warriors. That
I wonder if they'll let me in with this.
Yeah.
In
you
where?
Definitely, and you should go cut.
No, I'll stick the pen to one of these blades.
Yeah. But Ollie, what anything planned coming up? You got a gig planned up? Right?
Let me grab my details because
Grab
I
the details.
totally did
Let
read
the
them
people
earlier,
know
but then
what's
like
going on
you know,
in
I had
the
a red
script and in the Live at
script.
Midnight.
We're working on some new songs, and yeah, they're pretty damn heavy. They're cool,
Nice.
but like not in a. Don't mean this to sound offensive, but in a generically heavy way. In a very our kind of heavy way.
Yeah.
Like, there's a. It's different, but also still very much intrinsically ours,
Okay,
which is cool.
that sounds
It's-
fun.
Yeah, it is fun because
Yeah.
it's where we're starting to explore like other things in our.
Well, as people do, they grow over time and they want to change up their styles and stuff. So I'm interested. I'm
Yeah, and at Alive we've got the video and
Mm-hmm.
single coming, and I do have to give shout outs to like all the people that were involved in that, like the Armchair, like Slim, and all that was recorded at Sit the Folk Down, believe it or not,
mad, dude.
with
that's awesome.
Shaban. So it's a very it's going to be a very different sounding thing.
I can't wait, dude.
Wait, what was
Well, I
looking
mean,
for?
you
Where's
guys
this
are
gig?
you setting the tone for bands out there. Like, I mean, it's cool for you because at the end of the day, you're in two bands that are ultimately still trying their best to be active in this time. So
And still Rhakshah.
oh, is Rhakshah still going?
Yeah.
Dude? Okay.
Yeah,
Talk
yeah.
to me.
No,
Been
there's-
chatting to Nate because I know he's in Joburg.
Yeah, it's difficult doing the online thing, but you know, with the very very new lineup, it's going to be interesting. Can't really say too much about it, but it's
Sure.
it's cool. Like we got some.
Okay,
rad
so
people involved.
basically Rhakshah's
Yeah, we're not dead. Like it's
nice.
Is that a
3 bands, bro.
not
Bulletscript,
and
Rhakshah,
and the one with Adrian Langerfeld, Tim Leibrand, Mark Allberg, and Jesse Switchblade.
Jeez,
That
that sounds like a.
Oh, that sounds like it's going to
Superstars
be
thing.
some 80s
That's
goodness.
Well, I mean,
Jesse
like you know,
Switchblade.
we're gonna like work on this some more as well.
Wow, okay.
It's,
So
that's
project,
that's
that's
gonna be
project number 4.
It's gonna be more of a cool experience. It's,
Wow.
Yeah, I'll tell more about that when I can.
Well, that's cool.
But
I mean,
with Alive at Midnight, I can tell you that the 3rd of December we're supposed to play at Evil in town.
okay.
Evil.
Nice.
Yeah, with the Man Motels and Loose Ends.
Okay. Well, I mean,
Evil's still going.
things are opening up a little bit, dude.
Jeez, didn't realize Evil was still open or even existed.
The last time I went there, it had 3 names, so it could have been like the horses something, or it was like people kept telling me about this venue.
Yeah.
Or venues. And then when I arrived there, I was like, oh, okay, so like all these 3 names are this.
It's like a conglomerate of venues.
A conglomerate of
Yeah, that's a big word for a public holiday.
Edging your bets, man.
for sure. Oh, that's amazing, man. But dude, it's been super kiff having you here.
It's been real
dude.
cool
It's
being
been-
here. And I get to see you in the person, not on a screen.
There
Yeah.
we go. What do you think, dude?
Ah,
Co-host extraordinaire. It's the best.
This
dude.
is prime.
Yeah. I mean,
Welcome to prime time,
we
bitch.
we took a huge gamble from going from like a local underground, like this is just per description, in a local underground music podcast to a comedy podcast,
He likes to
including
use that word
kind of
comedy.
stuff.
Like a
Well,
serious.
I mean, listen, fun equals comedy for
Yeah,
me. So,
fun.
I mean,
I'm a fan.
and also comedy allows us to get away with a lot more.
I mean, it's hard not to laugh at some of the shit you guys say. So
Exactly.
I feel like there's not enough diversity in this podcast, man.
Jeez, but on that note, Olly Saggerson, you fucking legend. It's been a great episode. I've had an absolute amazing time. Thank you all for listening. If you still want to check the content out, today's been a bit of a silly one. Subscribe to Papa G's House. If you want to get notifications, hit that notification bell. Hit me up at Gareth _PGH. You see, we're
Getting better.
getting better.
I made a story on Instagram. Go and like it and follow both of us all.
Yeah. And
Hey,
yeah.
that's a hot chick on your screen there.
Maybe don't do that.
Yeah, this
Where
is
did my story go?
This has been one of the best episodes ever since the new era. So looking forward to seeing you guys next week. We're trying to drop them every week. Yeah. Anything from you, bro? What's the
Nothing.
plan for the week?
Plan for the week.
Go vote and that's it.
Yeah, vote. My cousin's visiting from Kenya. She's now living up there. She's down now. Just catch up with her. I haven't seen her in ages. So yeah, it's gonna.
And you writing
some
music gigs, fucking
Gigs.
doing
Work.
the
Oh,
thing.
actually,
I know you
I'm-
want to take my telly away with you.
Yeah, a little bit. I'm doing a clinic at Bosner's on the 20th of November.
We're gonna come do a live pod at Partners, dude.
Yeah, you're going to come do a live thing? You're
Yeah.
going to come see me the 20th doing
That's
a clinic?
it.
I don't know what
That's
I'm
it.
talking about yet. I'm just going to talk boss shit.
100%, dude.
gonna be
Well,
that.
maybe what we should do is we'll go and film his thing and maybe see if we can
You can sit behind me and
We
harass
can
me.
collaborate in some.
We could
way,
do
shape,
live
or form.
commentary as he plays.
Yeah, you can
that-
harass me in the
that's
third
gonna be the-
person.
Like, Yeah. oh, he really
That's going to be the
buffed
new
that
ideas. We're
fucking
just going to
lower end.
hijack everybody else.
You may have just shifted how I'd like design this clinic.
Nice. Well, anyway, thank you all for tuning in. It's been a great episode. Like I said, subscribe. We'll see you next time. Thanks to Olly. For myself, Artur Carlos Diego Pereira III, Oliver Saggerson. This is Papa G's House, episode 102. Until then, we say peace.
I don't wanna go anywhere else. I wanna go to Papa Jesus.
Yeah, that's where we're going. What's up, guys? Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Papa G's House. It was a great one having Olly Saggerson, the man, the myth, the legend on the show. Hit a subscribe, click that notification bell, hit me up at Papa G's. Wait. At Gareth _PGH. We'll see you next time. Cheers. This is how we do things around here.